This is Dan Kleckner with Impact Strength and Performance, and today I'm going to go over video number 2 with you guys of our golf stretches that you can do before your round. In video 1 we went over some torso exercises, some exercises that are going to help you be able to take those shoulders away from the hips and create more turn in your swing. And today we're going to go over some lower body stretches, some posterior chain stuff to work on strengthen our hips and allowing us to get in a better address position, and also freeing up those hips to generate some power. The first exercise I'm going to go over with you guys today is going to be what's called leg overs. This is going to help stretch out the hamstrings, the glutes, and the lower back. That's all going to help us get in a better address position for our swing. So with our leg overs, you guys are going to be on the ground, shoulder blades into the ground, abs nice and tight, and all we're going to do is swing our hips and our leg to the opposite hand here. So I'm going to keep my left leg straight, I'm going to kick over to my right hand, and then switch to the other side. You want to keep that down leg straight, that top leg straight, and then as you get comfortable with this, you can make it a little bit quicker and really get that kick in, really stretch out those hamstrings, and also stretch out that lower back. This is a very simple exercise to do right before the round to stretch out the hamstrings and lower back. The next exercise we're going to do is going to help stretch out the hip flexors. So whether you're sitting around all day or you're just in your address position for your swing all day, those hip flexors get very tight. When those hip flexors get tight, it tends to pull through to the lower back and tends to be the root of a lot of lower back problems. So here's an exercise you guys can do to stretch out those hip flexors. It's also going to work on a little bit of T-spine and rotation stretch as well. So it's just going to be reverse lunge with a twist. So you guys are going to step backwards. We're going to drop down to 90 degrees with the legs. We're going to squeeze the back glutes so we allow that hip flexor to relax. We're going to lift the arms. If I have my right leg down, my right arm's going to be up, left arm's going to be down. We're going to take a deep breath, and we're going to rotate as far as we can, get a good stretch to that torso as well, while keeping my lower body stable, just like we talked about in the last video, that upper body, lower body dissociation. So we want to keep that lower body locked in, squeeze that back glute, lean back a little bit so we feel a good stretch to that hip flexor, and then we're going to rotate to the side of the front leg as well. Step back up, drop back with the other leg. Again, squeeze that back glute, lean back a little bit, and we're rotating to the other side. The next exercise is going to work a lot on posture as well as balance. So balance and posture are huge in the golf swing, and this exercise combines both. It's going to be inverted hamstring, or what we like to call airplane exercise. A lot of balance required in this, and like I said, good posture as well. So you want to keep those shoulder blades back and down. We're going to keep a slight knee bend. We don't want to lock out that knee and hyperextend it. We want to engage the glutes a little bit to balance. So we're going to take a slight knee bend, shoulder blades back, thumbs up. We're going to let that chest fall with my leg, and then I'm going to come back up. So what a lot of times you see people do is the chest starts to fall and then the leg comes. We want to make it all one fluid motion. So you want to pretend like we got a beam going straight through our body. As the chest falls, the leg falls as well. Keeping everything nice and balanced, good posture. Back up, do 5, and then you can switch to the other leg. Remember to keep that slight knee bend, shoulder blades back, and abs tight. The next exercise we're going to go over is going to be a lateral lunge. This is going to help free up the hips. If we can help free up the hips, that's where we're going to be able to generate a lot more turn in our lower body and really get those hips into the swing, which is going to help generate more power and increase our distance. So with the lateral lunge, we want to keep both toes straight ahead. So I'm going to go to my left first, so we're going to keep that right leg straight. We're going to drop the hips back and down. We're going to keep that chest tall. We're just going to sit as low as we can, keeping that knee in line with the toe, toes straight ahead, chest tall, and then we're going to shift, staying nice and low to the other side. Keep the weight back in the heel, hips back and down. We'll do 5 each side, just shifting back and forth. As you get comfortable with that, you can make it into a more dynamic motion as well, where I come to my right, push back up, come to my left, and go back and forth, and turn it into a little bit more of a dynamic exercise. So those are going to be our main exercises for today for the lower body and posterior chain. Again, some great exercises to help you get into a better address position, as well as to free up those hips to generate more power in that lower body. Another thing that these are going to help with is allowing that stability and balance in the lower body, so we're not leaking the power we're trying to, or the energy we're trying to store to create power in our hips. So a lot of times when people have weak hips or weak balance in the lower body, as they come back in that swing, those knees start to cave in, they start to leak that power and energy they're trying to store for the downswing, and then there's a lot of lateral shift and a lot of side-to-side movement, which is going to decrease that power and distance. So these stretches we went over today will help with that, as well as getting a better address and also generating some more hip power as well, and getting you guys driving the ball further. In the last video number 3, I'm going to go over some upper body and shoulder stretches. If you guys have any questions, you can hit me up at dan@goimpactstrength.com, or you can just go to our website, goimpactstrength.com, or just hit me up on Facebook. Thanks, guys.